are going to make some homemade stuffing. You're going to start by dicing up finely some celery. Do not forget to wash your celery. Celery is super easy to chop up. Cut the tops off and the bottoms. And if there's any icky bits, chop that off too. I like my celery diced finely. I don't really like celery that much. So I cut my celery stalk into 4s by going down the center and then in half again. It's not gonna be perfect. It's gonna be fine. Gather your celery up and just slice it down the length of the celery stalks.
In a small pot, melt a half a stick of butter, a metric ton of garlic, your diced up celery, and about a cup of onion. Mine is frozen. It's okay to take shortcuts. I'm gonna cook that down until it is translucent. Then add in 2 cups of chicken broth. Bring that up to a boil, and now we assemble our stuffing.
I have a bag of herb seasoned stuffing. These come from a ton of different brands. This is just the one that I picked up. The idea is pretty much the same, and honestly, I'm pretty much following the recipe on the back of the bag. That's right. You don't have to have fancy recipes for every single thing on Thanksgiving for your meal to be delicious. In fact, most items that you eat on Thanksgiving, the classic recipes, are on the back of the package. Dump that in your bowl. Pour in your boiling broth, celery, and onions, and garlic. Stir it around, and you can always add more liquid if you think it's not wet enough. This needs more liquid in my opinion, so I'm gonna add a little bit more. It's okay that it's not boiling. You're gonna stick it in the oven. I promise, everything's gonna be fine. Your Thanksgiving will be delicious no matter what. And if it's not, KFC's open, I think. Now that our bread is moist, we are going to put this in a 9x13 baking dish that is sprayed. And by sprayed, I mean greased. Spread it out into an even layer, cover it with foil, pop it in the oven for 20 minutes. My stuffing has been in the oven for exactly 20 minutes. We will now take the lid off. And we will throw this back in a 350-degree oven for about 20 minutes until it is browned on top a little bit, or until I decide that I'm hungry enough to eat. There you have it. Basic stuffing that's not from a box. Make this if you want, or don't. I don't really care. Follow along for more Thanksgiving for Dummies recipes.